Unity. Yeah. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Yeah. Gotta make the world feel it.
One body, one mind.
So far, what's your name? Tara, right? And Trey. Tara and Trey. Okay, what's your name, princess? Addison. Nevaeh. That's heaven backwards, ain't it? I knew that, because you know my niece is named Nevaeh. What's your name, little prince? Bree? Free. All praises. Okay, so now my brother went over, my brother Free. I got a bad memory. Addison and Nevaeh. Now I want to deal with the children real quick. So which one is Jesus? You see? They went right back to that one. You see that? But we've been bringing out in the Bible. Give me Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Watch this. Song of Solomon chapter 1 verse 5. They went right back to the way. Read that. Watch this.
Verse 1, 5.
Start with verse 1.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. The Song of Psalm, which is Solomon.
So the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's book. Y'all know who King Solomon is? He's the smartest man to ever live, right? Most wisest king to ever rule over the 12 tribes of Israel. He was revealed everything, right? So it wasn't Albert Einstein. It wasn't Thomas Edison and the light bulb. No, we created everything. Like Officer Killeen was bringing out, we invented microwaves, vehicles, the traffic light, cell phones, whatever. All these creations you see all around the world, not just America, it was the black man that invented that. The black man. That was in your bloodline. So let's see something about the wisest king here in the Bible. Now we're reading about him, right? It says, which is Solomon's. Read verse 5.
Verse 5. I am black.
What did Solomon say?
I am black.
I bet if you was the Google King Solomon right now, you say Arab image, you're gonna see a white man pop up. But what did Solomon say?
I am black, but comely.
He said, I'm black and comely. What's comely mean? Comely. If somebody say you look comely today, means you look beautiful, you look nice, you look handsome, you're appealing. So Solomon says, I'm black, but I'm beautiful. I'm dark and beautiful. Don't we got products in the beauty supply that say all that? Dark and lovely, black and beautiful. This ain't no white man right here. Now there's a reason behind why we harping on this. You understand? The 12 tribes of Israel come in all colors, but we want y'all to understand that when we're talking about Judith, when we're talking about Deborah, when we're talking about Esther, we're talking about Mary, these are your foremothers in the Bible. These are not white women in the Bible. You understand? These are not white men in the Bible. Give me verse 6.
Verse 6. Look not upon me, because I am black, because the sun had turned. Well, look upon me.
Because the sun have looked. What happens when you in the sun a long time? Give me first Maccabees 3:48. What happens when you in the sun? You do what? You get black. So why is it, right? Why is it that they teach us today, God loves everybody, color don't matter, and then you go and whitewash our history? Why is that? Give me somebody, Trey. Give me somebody you look up to. Watch this, Tara. Watch this, Trey. Give me somebody you really look up to. Somebody you really admire. Malcolm X, right? Okay. Let's say they didn't use Denzel Washington to play his role. Let's say they use King Jong-un. Would that be okay? Why not? Color don't matter. You see how color does matter? You love your grandmother. You love your mother, right? Or somebody you love. Who's somebody you really like a lot? Whitney Houston, who? Somebody. You gotta like somebody. You listen to music. Okay, who do you like in music? You don't like, who do you look up to? No, there's somebody. Everybody inspires to be like somebody. That's why we're teaching brothers and sisters about Christ and about our foremothers in the Bible, Tara. Tara, there's somebody you probably had a best friend. You probably had somebody you loved that you lost. So you ain't never lose a loved one that you know they went through hell and high waters. What if they did a documentary on their life and they used a Japanese woman? Would that be okay? Why not?
That's a whole different story.
Well, this is our history. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Tell me what you were saying.
This is like a whole different person. How you describe to somebody else that you're not. Really.
You're describing somebody else that is not. Give me 1 Maccabees 3. What? Look at the Bible. Read that.
1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
This is where the other nations opened up. It says the book of the law, but I want you to know this is your photo album. Your history book. They opened up the photo album. What did they do?
Wherein the heathen.
What is a heathen? Okay. But in this context, it's talking about somebody of another nation. The heathen is someone that are not of the nation of Israel. That's what a heathen is known as. It goes into same thing as Gentile, wherein the Gentile is usually somebody of another nationality other than the Gentiles. Okay, so it says these other nations did what?
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
They painted the images of our grandmothers, our grandfathers, to their likeness. That's what they did right here. Now, this is called the image of the beast. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And your kids walk right up to this thinking that this is God. But yet this is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because the devil, what does the word devil mean? A liar, a deceiver. Do you embrace truth? Do you embrace knowledge? Or you don't mind being lied to? If you don't mind being lied to, you're gonna be okay with your kids worshiping this fake image. But if you hate being lied to, you're gonna teach them that, look, that's what the Bible says. Guess what, Prince? Guess what, Free? Christ looks like you. Your God, the one and only true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, looks like you. He has great woolly hair just like you. Says beautiful woolly hair just like you. You never have to put blonde in your hair. You never have to perm your hair. Your natural hair is beautiful. It's dark and lovely, black and comely like Solomon's. You understand why the Bible's so powerful now? Because everybody in this book are our forefathers. Why do you think they put blonde in their hair? Why do you think they perm their hair? Because they're trying to be like their God. But that's not their God. That was a lie. Not only that, we kill one another. We hate one another. Why is that? Because we don't understand the truth that God looks like you. You think I'm going to harm my brother now? Knowing that he's got Jesus Christ flowing through his veins? So what does that mean? That you're the sheep. You are the sons and daughters of the living God. You are the chosen people of the book. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. You're not African American. You're not just black or color in a crayon box. Hey, brother, you a king on this earth. You are a king. You the greatest thing walking this earth. You don't need that cigarette on your ear, brother. You don't need that cigarette. You are a king on this earth, brother. You the greatest thing walking this earth. God calls you an Israelite by blood. And one day we're going to rule this world, brother. We're going to rule this world. We're going to do it in righteousness. Ain't going to be no more twerk videos, crate videos. Our culture means so much more. There's so much more to our culture. Today's the Day of Atonement. Next week is the Feast of Tabernacles. Everybody's focused on satanic birthdays. Everybody's focused on satanic Halloween, but they don't embrace their own culture. Jeremiah 17:4. The brother said, your spirit is going to bear witness whether or not you're an Israelite. If you don't know your genealogy, God already told us, hey, those brothers and sisters that don't know their parents, if they're willing to keep the commandments, those are my children. But if they're not willing to keep the commandments, they're like the heathen. You see what I'm saying, sis? So what would you be considered? African American? African American, right? They always change. They change our nationalities every 10 years. We went from black to Negro to colored to Afro-American and African-American. Same thing with the Hispanic Latinos. It's the same thing. Now they calling them Latinx. They went from Hispanic, and then they got all these. Yeah, they call the ones down the south. They call them Ecuadorians. Ecuador. That means equator. How was the equator your nationality? Right. Ecuador. That was a slave port down there with Brazil, with Panama. The only difference between the Hispanics and the blacks was the slave ship where it stopped. That was the difference. But we have the same history. So you would be, my sis, from the tribe of Judah. You see what I'm saying? You're from the tribe. So what is this known as? When I tell you you're from the tribe of Judah, what am I saying? Say again? Say it louder, brother. You are a Jew. Give me Revelations 2:9. Hold that. I'm going to get back to that. Revelations 2:9. Anybody ever tell you was a Jew? Aren't the Jews God's chosen people? Right. Hold on now. That means something right there. That means something. Aren't the Jews God's chosen people? So the people that govern us, guess what? The Illuminati, the big conspiracy is, you're God's chosen people. That's the secret. When you're worshiping this, you'll never come to the realization to your true nationality and who you are and what your purpose is. Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
God says, I know your works, your tribulation. You going through tribulation? We going through trials and tribulations, right? We struggling a lot as a people, are we not? We got to scream out Black Lives Matter. We getting shot in the streets. We populate the prisons. We number one in prostitution, STDs, fatherless homes. Are we not? God is talking to the Jews. Read it again. Y'all got to pay attention. Listen to the scripture.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
But we are rich. You know why? Because when that black man cracked that sky up there, we're going to be rich. There's going to be destruction for a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of riches for his chosen people. Right. That's right. When that black man cracked that sky up there, ain't no white man up there. I don't care them little Greek things that you see with God going like that, fake God going like this, looking all homosexual with half his chest out, with the little toe. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That your fingers touching. That ain't or the little gay dude like this. No, Christ is a man of war. He's a mighty man. He's a strong. That's the strongest man that ever walked the earth. Take pictures of that. Read it again.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
We are rich. Why? Because everything belongs to us. The glory, the covenants, everything pertains to us. The giving of the laws, the heritage of God, the sacred heritage. It belongs to us.
Break it up.
Read.
And I know the blasphemy.
And he said, I know the lie. Hey, brother, come over there for 2 minutes. It says, I know the blasphemy, meaning the blatant lie. Right. Once again, do you hate being lied to? And you never, ever should ever call yourself African American, because that was a lie. Did you know Africa was named after a white man? Uh-oh. They gonna grow up calling themselves African. Africa was Scipio Cornelius Africanus. He was a Roman white general. You're not African, sis. You're more special than that. Your children are not African. They are the chosen seed of the living God.
That's right.
Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Who are the ones that say they are the Jews? Jewish people. What they look like? What they look like? Huh? But I know. But if you was to see one, how would you know? There you go. What they got on?
I don't know, like a mixture like that.
No, they definitely Edomites. They're definitely Caucasian. And what do they look like? They got them little box hats or a yarmulke, right? They wear it all black, right? They got the little Barbie curl twisties on the sides. Those, God says, I know the blasphemy of those that say they are the Jews. They saying they the Jews, but guess what? This didn't happen to them. And you can find this in the Bible. This did not happen to them. God, in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, God said that because his seed decided not to obey and keep the commandments, we would go into slavery by another nation. We would lose our heritage. We're going to read that. Where we at? And he says he knows the blasphemy of them that what?
That say they are Jews.
And what?
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
And are not. They're not the Jews.
Right.
They're the Jews.
Teach.
They're the most precious thing on this earth. These princesses, these little kings. They're the most precious things on this earth.
Right.
Read.
But of the synagogue of Satan.
You heard what God calls those fake Jews? Read it again.
The synagogue of Satan.
They are the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
That's who they are. You are the real Jews. You are the Israelites. You're from the mighty tribe of Judah.
That's right.
You're a princess on this earth. Acknowledge your nationality. Acknowledge who you are. And once you realize, remember what they say. They say if you don't know your history, you're fit to repeat it. You're fit to play it all over again. I don't want this happening again. So I'm not going, I'm going to embrace my true nationality. I'm going to embrace what the scriptures show me I am and what my true heritage is. You understand? What did I tell you? Jeremiah 17:4. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
We discontinued from our culture. Now what's our culture? What's black culture? What is black culture today? July 4th? When we was on the slave fields? What's our culture? What do we celebrate as our culture? Black History Month, where we call ourselves after the color of a crayon box? Black? What's our culture? Give me that, Sirach. I got you. That's why we here. That's why we came out. We could be in the AC kicking, watching, scrolling, watching sports. But guess what? We love our people. So we sacrifice our time. We kiss our wives goodbye and we come out here and people say y'all a hate group. People say, oh no, don't listen to those Hebrew Israelites. First of all, we're not Hebrew Israelites. We're just the Israelites. Hebrew is a language. Israelite means that you come from the seed of the man Israel that walked the earth. Israeli means you're just from the state. You're just from that country. But that doesn't mean you come from the seed of Israel. You see what I'm saying? So we lost our heritage. This is our heritage.
Sirach chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
What did he give us for a heritage, Trey? Read it again. Trey won't listen.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
What did he give us, Trey? There you go, Trey. The laws of God. That's your culture. That's your heritage. I'll give you an example. Leviticus 21:5. Leviticus 21:5. I'm going to give you a law that you're keeping and you ain't even know. Watch this. Read that.
Leviticus 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So you're not supposed to put a big to your head and make it smooth. You can keep it low, but I can feel his hair still. You're not supposed to make it bald like the Egyptians used to. God says, I have severed you from the other nations. You're holy to me. You don't do what they do. What do they teach us when we join their military, when we get a job? If you want to look professional, shave your face. No, but that's what they what was they calling the slaves? They was calling them boy. They didn't want you to look like a man. That's why. You understand? So that's one law you're keeping, bro. You're keeping the law of keeping your beard. Now, sis, I'm going to give you a law. Deuteronomy 22:5.
Deuteronomy 22.
Because real quick, what does Israel mean? Israel means a prince that has power with God, right? So if you're a sister, that means you're a princess, right? So God calls you a princess, okay, that has power with the princes and the kings of the earth. Read what you got.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The what?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman's not supposed to wear what belongs to a man. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So what's that talking about, sister?
Like girls are dressing up like dudes, they look like studs. Basically, crazy people that they not. Basically.
You ever see if I'm wearing a dress, right? If I'm wearing a dress, that's women's clothing. They're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. You see what I'm saying? So we would wear ephods. That's why in the movies they got them all the way around. No, that's not how the forefathers wore it. We wore pants in Exodus 32. We wore pants where it says we wore linen breeches. So don't let Hollywood teach you the Bible, please. Let the Bible teach you what the Bible's saying. So, what did women wear? What weren't women wearing 50 years ago, 60 years ago? There you go, pants. No, none of our foremothers, our great grandmothers and them was ever wearing pants. Because that was something incorporated by Satan, by the devil. And he said, let them wear pants and let them teach it to their children. So now it just becomes a cycle, an evil cycle that nobody's going to break the chains because they don't really believe in God. They're not going to do that. And we're going to get them so used to their ways that it's going to be hard for them to break from that. Right. So if you remember, you're a princess, right? Have you ever seen a princess wearing pants? So what should your little princesses be wearing? So if you come to the school, we got you, sis. We got you. We got sisters that'll help you out. We got you. We're not just out here to talk. Our school is right on Veterans Memorial Boulevard. We got the solution as well. This is what our beautiful sisters look like. Our wives, our daughters, our children.
Bring it out.
We're not out here just talking to talk, y'all. We are building a nation. We're bringing back our people, and they hate our guts for that because we're healing our nation. You understand? It says the man shall not wear what belongs to a woman, and the woman not supposed to wear what belongs to a man. You understand? Why? Because you're royalty. We're not niggas and spicks out here no more. We royalty, and now we have to put on that righteous apparel that God told us to put on. So we can let our light shine to the rest of the nations. You wear a dress, I guarantee you, Ahmed and all these Asians that never said anything to you, going to be like, oh, that's a nice dress. That's a nice dress.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. Iuic has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. Iuic, we deliver the truth.